Tonight we are making jalapeno confetti jelly out of preserving with Pomona's Pectin. I have these lovely bell peppers out of my friend Chelsea's garden. She's out of town, so I have these. I've been waiting on mine. They're still green, but I wanted those so that the jelly would be red. And I have jalapenos, which I am faithfully cutting with gloves. I recommend that. I use the food processor instead of chopping. It's got a little liquid, but I'm okay with that because I did not have to chop it. I have 2 cups of bell peppers, and I'm not sure how much jalapeno yet. Doubling this recipe, so I have added 2 cups of bell pepper, 1 cup of jalapeno pepper, 2 cups of red wine vinegar, and now 1 cup of lime juice. 1 cup of lime juice, and it will come to a boil and simmer for 5 minutes, it says. So this recipe calls for 5 cups of sugar, a lot of sugar, I guess, for jalapenos, and 4 teaspoons of the pectin powder. I'm supposed to combine the pectin powder with just 1 cup of the sugar. This is the pectin powder. So I'll put 4 teaspoons in here. Peppers, the vinegar, and the lime juice to a boil, and you can see they have turned into mostly liquid. And now I'm going to reduce them to a simmer for 5 minutes because that's what the recipe says to do. The calcium water on Pomona's Pectin. You mix this calcium powder packet with what I think a half a cup of water, and then you can keep it in the refrigerator. This is my leftover, and I have another one of these, but the one problem I have with Pomona's Pectin is I end up using way more of the pectin than I do the calcium water, and I think I have 4 extra calcium packets to 1 of these. So you get 1 of each one of those in a packet, and I just never have enough of this. It seems like they would give you a corresponding amount, but this is the calcium. Now we brought this to a simmer for 5 minutes. It's still pretty juicy, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tequila because that's what the recipe calls for. Woo! Maybe a little extra. And 4 teaspoons of calcium water. There it is. And now I bring it back to a full rolling boil for 1 to 2 minutes. Back up to a boil, and I have 1 cup of sugar with the 4 teaspoons of pectin powder. So I pour this in. Oh, said pour it in slowly. That wasn't real good. But I'm supposed to stir it vigorously for 1 to 2 minutes. And I have the timer on 2 minutes. Go. Stir, 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 stir. 2 minutes. The pectin is dissolved, and now I'm going to add the rest of the sugar. 4 more cups. And it says to stir these 4 cups in until it's totally dissolved, and then can it. I also, Brian, if you'll get these jars, I have these beautiful jars that my mom got me at a yard sale. They're so pretty, and I've been saving them for jalapeno pepper jelly. These only need 1/4 of an inch of headspace, so it makes, wow, absolutely perfect amount. Oh, that one could use a little bit. I'm putting on the cute little lids that came with them. And you always clean the tops. Most people know this, but wipe the tops with a wet towel so that it seals properly. And they'll go into this boiling water bath for 10 minutes. I also add about a tablespoon of vinegar to the boiling water. It keeps the outside from getting calcium buildup. boiling water bath for 10 minutes, and then it said to let them rest for another 5, and now out they come. It has been about 18 hours, and here it is. Jalapeno Confetti Jelly with Pomona's Pectin. It's pretty. It's not as red as I expected, but it's pretty. I'm not going to open one right now. I'm saving them.